The original members that are left have always been looking for that consistent lineup, and we've found it now.
Yeah, Bridgette, maybe to start off with you. How's your Yiddish?
Very little. It's getting better. Yeah, for this, actually for this current album, I haven't had to learn Yiddish. But when we do the songs live, there's a song on the album called Brent, which
you sang 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Last 2 nights. So it's actually quite good, her Yiddish.
Thank you.
Do you guys help her out a little bit for the pronunciation? Or?
We're always helping her out.
I don't know about that.
Pronunciation, time, everything. We're always helping Bridgette out. That's what we do.
But do you speak Yiddish?
No, I don't speak Yiddish.
It's funny because actually the violinist is German and there are some similarities. So for pronunciation, I actually went to her. And also Steve, who plays clarinet, he's quite good at a little bit of the pronunciation as well.
Okay, because yeah, this is the first album now that you well, recording together. I don't know how did it work before? Did you already know each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bridgette's been singing with us for about on and off for about
3 years.
This is well,
Gosh,
3 or 4
it could
years.
be 4, yeah.
3 or 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've known each other. You know, we've travelled, done gigs all over the world together. And when we set out on this album, it was, you know, we were at the place. You know, Bridgette was available, and she was exactly what we were looking for on this album. And we wrote a lot of the songs to suit her voice. Rather than just writing songs and then finding a singer like we'd done in previous albums, it was really a kind of conscious decision. Right, these kind of songs suit Bridgette, and that I think it really comes through on the record. The fact that the songs were specifically written for her.
Because were you at that time looking for a steady lineup, vocal-wise?
A steady,
yeah, lineup.
More stable, yeah.
We're always looking for a more stable lineup. I mean, we've got quite a history as far as lineup goes. I mean, it has changed a lot over the years. It started out very, very solid for the first kind of few years of the band, and then we went through a period of it changing, people coming and going, getting different guests in. But we've always been, the original members that are left have always been looking for that consistent lineup. And we've found it now, you know, with Bridgette on vocals, Amofah on violin, amazing new trumpet player, Dave Orchant. So we've got a really strong lineup now, and I think that comes through in the record, the fact that there's a consistency there in the playing and the standard of playing and the kind of players that we're working with.
Because the relative new members, so to say, were there specific things that they brought in music-wise that you maybe didn't have before?
Yeah. Well, our trumpet player actually has quite a liking for jazz. So it's nice that we've had a little flavour of jazz added.
Not too much.
Well, not too much. So when it gets too much, we do this. That's less
Jazz.
But it's a joke. No, we love everything he plays. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Because also with you on the vocals, maybe it of course is very yeah, it gives very big character also to the sound. What was maybe for this album the main focus, what you want to achieve sound-wise if you compare it to the other ones before?
I think Josh hit the nail on the head, consistency, and I think we wanted to create quite a live atmosphere, get the energy of the live show, because that's where we definitely are at our strongest. So getting that onto record, which is why it's important to have the same lineup, because when you're rehearsing and doing pre-production and we're all in the same room together, you know, the energy is something that is much better than, you know, a sterile environment of being in the studio and, you know, tweaking buttons. So it feels very much like a real band sound, a real live sound. But
I think also on this album, we kind of forgot it a little bit on the last album. The idea that I think it's quite important for a band like us, we don't use specifically the latest sound, the sound of 2008 or the sound of 2009. We try and make something that's a bit timeless, so if you didn't discover the album until 2015, you wouldn't really know that when it was made. It's just a beautiful timeless recording. I think we had that on the first record. We kind of forgot that a little bit on the second record, and we've come back to that. We're trying to make something that's really consistent and has just beautiful songs, beautifully recorded, without loads of tricks of a particular year, the sound that people are using. So it's that consistency and the timelessness of the record, I think, is what we were looking for.